The stream is live.
We are live. Check this out. This is a test. This is only a test. Do not try to adjust your television because the internet will never be the same after today. Because Check Your Shelf is live. I only did that
the
part.
internet will never be the same.
The only reason I did that part just now was because I know this will be, people will watch this after,
Yeah. Yeah, and the weird part for me is I don't have to sit here because when we're recording, I'm setting up editorial notes in my head as we go along.
Yeah, don't
That's
do that.
part of why you end up just going off on a tangent because I don't rein you in. I'm busy trying to plot this out.
Right.
So I don't have to do that this time. This is flaws and all. And it's a surprise, live stream because we didn't actually think we could pull it off tonight.
Yeah, it's Friday night, 7:24 Eastern time. I think it's like 8:24 a.m. Japan time. We already have a comment.
I'm telling you.
My goodness.
He was hovering.
Already a comment. I thought nobody would join. I thought it'd be like, this is a test. We're going to figure out how to use StreamYard and nobody's going to see it until the reruns, until it goes into syndication. And already Secret Fire Books, geez, this is wild, man. This is wild. Jake's here and Tim is here.
Some men call him that.
I'm addicted to this. You're gonna have to control me because as soon as people start commenting, I'm just gonna go off the rails. We do have a plan. The plan was for us to jibber jabber for 10 minutes while people discovered that we were live, and that we figured it'd probably be like 0 people figuring it out. And then Paul's gonna share his top 10 book covers. That's a thing, right? I saw a couple other people doing that.
Yeah, it was Grammaticus's challenge or hashtag or tag, whatever you want to call it, a couple weeks ago, and people have been doing it. And some people wanted to see mine, and I'm like, let's do it live. And then I'm like, oh crap, I got to dig these books up because that's one of the things is you have to have the book, and it can only be like one artist, no multiple listings like Frank Frazetta, because as everybody knows, we would all just do Frank Frazetta covers. So, which is unfair to everybody else, but
including me.
Oh yeah, I'm still for kicking around jibber jabbering until
Yeah, that's fine. We'll let the we'll let the thing. Oh, of course. We'll be done. We'll be done in plenty of time.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Who knows?
Seriously, we are not joking when we say if we wait until we're ready, we'll never do it. And my philosophy okay, get ready. First of all, there are a couple of wisdom bombs I'm about to drop on you. Hang on. There's a couple of wisdom bombs I'm about to drop on you guys. One is good judgment comes from experience. Experience comes from bad judgment. And that's a life philosophy for me. Mm-hmm. And when we started our podcast back in 2014, I said, if in 5 years, if we go back and listen to our first few episodes and we're not completely embarrassed by our first few episodes, we waited too long to start. And I said the same thing about live streams. I said, if we're not embarrassed in a few years by this live stream right here, dear Future Steve, I'm going to talk to Future Steve for a second. Pardon me. Hey, Future Steve, later. What's it like having jetpacks? What's it like having floating cities? Now I'm going to talk to other Future Steve. Hey, Future Steve, what's it like having a Mad Max style car and you're just driving around looking for fuel? I don't know which Future Steve needs to hear this, but I'm going to tell you, go back and watch the first live stream and let me know if you're embarrassed. Because if you're not, we waited too long to start. Yeah. So I hope we're embarrassed by this.
I mean, it is those first couple episodes, like the first 6 or 12, they are embarrassing, but they're still funny as hell. And it also reminds me of what Michael K. Vaughan had said the one time about going back and watching his first couple of videos. He goes, "It's like watching an alien do an impression of himself." So,
You mean everybody's favorite booktuber, Michael K. Vaughan?
yes, everyone's favorite booktuber. Yes, the gold
Ba-
standard for booktube.
Bad Taste Book.
Hey,
Bad Taste Books. I think they're lost. They said they called us gentlemen. I don't know if you've ever seen our channel before, but
he stumbled into the wrong live stream.
that's right. Yeah, but there's this tool we've never really used StreamYard before, so we're trying that out. I'm driving, so any awkwardness in that realm, like in the using of the tool, is completely my fault. And
I'm not taking blame for it because I'm not editing this.
of course, that's why you do live streams, right? And the other thing is just being live. It's like, I mean, you all saw me live. You know how I can be. And so, well, if we don't, we just got to start. We'll get better over time. And maybe we
I
won't.
tried
Maybe
to
this
warn
is
everybody.
peak. This might be peak. Check yourself right here. It may be all downhill from here. We'll look back on this and be like, oh, that was nice. That was like 11th grade high school. I peaked.
Yes.
Yeah, anybody that knows us knows that was a complete lie. Neither one of us peaked in high school.
I don't think I've peaked yet.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to peaking. Got to peak at some point. But here we are. Yeah, we've got, man, I think it's great. Y'all must have notifications set up that got you in.
Yeah, they probably got a ping.
Yeah. So who was it that recommended the top 10 book covers?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well,
Grammaticus.
this again for anybody tuning in at the moment, the top 10 favorite book covers challenge was set up by Grammaticus, who he had like two rules for it. One is no multiple books with the same artist on it, otherwise everyone's going to do Frank Frazetta covers, and you have to own the book. Now, I took a few liberties with these rules because I don't know how much of this actually qualifies as books. But then I think Liminal Spaces pulled out a VHS tape for his that he put in his top 10. But it really does the movie does look like a book, so I'll give him that.
The
But
first rule of
so I
Booktube is always talk about Booktube. I think I figured
mhm,
that out watching the Geeks with Dogs.
yes, and um, what was I going to say? Talk amongst yourselves.
No, take a minute. You can take a minute. You can always edit it later.
I could, but I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, and like I said, you also have to own these books and that's part of my problem. I have lost a lot of books over the years, either traded them for other books, or lost them in a move, or sold
Yeah,
them off, gave
got
them
a
to
house
friends.
fall on them.
They had a house fall on them. One particular author that I grab whatever it is of them I can find. I'm like Johnny H.U.L. seed. I'm like I just grab them and give them to people just to spread Wells out over the over the world. So oddly enough, one of my absolute favorite authors, I only have a very small collection of his stuff. I don't have it's not like Lovecraft where you have like 8 copies of Mountains of Madness because each one looks cooler than the other one you had.
There's,
But
you know which one
yes,
looks the
you have to
absolute
have.
coolest?
What's that?
You know which one looks the absolute coolest? I
Which
hope,
one?
is that part of your top 10? It better be.
Oh, do what?
But by the way, we have an Australian. I believe, what
Oh,
is
he's
it like?
back.
Is it 7:30 a.m. in Australia? What time is it in Australia? It's like if we started digging right now, we could probably dig actually, if you remember when we were kids, if you, like they said, hey, if you start digging in your backyard, you can dig all the way to China. Like,
Yeah,
to the point where I would dig a really deep hole, like up to my shoulder,
yeah,
and I would
yeah.
listen to see if I could hear people's, how racist was it where we were growing up? But anyway, it turns out if you dig straight through from the United States, the most likely place you would get to is the Indian Ocean, which is like
I
not great.
always wondered if you hit that ocean and then gravity did what gravity does, would it suddenly come just shooting up through Springfield Township?
Yeah. Welcome to Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson and two idiots. All right. Well, one idiot.
Before I forget, I wanted to let our Australian friend know that because of my shirt,
Dirty.
one of the there will be a men's adventure cover in this mix, and I will be doing more of the SOBs and the zone reports in the future. Now that we're no longer doing events, because maybe we should tell people about our non-event event, Steve.
No event November.
It's an earworm, kids. Yep. Yeah, basically, no event November is if you're not participating in an event, you're participating in no event November. So you're participating in an event. So at once, but I do plan on doing more men's adventure stuff. I had a problem with that the second one in the SOB series because I read it when the kerfuffle broke out in Iran, and I'm like, I don't really want to talk about this right now. So I'll bring it up in the next video that I make for the SOBs, but they're coming. Just hang on.
Would you consider the one that we just read to be men's adventure, or is it Western, or is it Western men's adventure? I only bring that up because Nick is here and he would like to point out that if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck,
It'll die like a duck.
it can die like a duck.
Yes. Western. We're just gonna straight up call it a Western, but
Okay.
I guess they could be a subcategory of men's adventure.
I still think a Predator Die of Gold crossover would be good. You know, in that one scene where they go, if it bleeds, we can kill it. It's like, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, we can kill it.
Yeah, like a duck. I'll do a little clever editing like at the end of the the Die of Gold video. I'll make a fan edit.
Turns out that Tim has read at the Earth's core, which is awesome.
Nice.
That's hot.
I mean, literally. Well, all right. So, do you want to get started
ready?
then?
You want to do this?
Yeah.
Wait, should I hit record? Do I need to hit record?
I'll just download it later, fix it, and make us look smart.
This is like I'm like a boomer trying to work their phone.
Yeah.
Half of the people here are like, we thought you were boomers. Oh man, Gen X, latchkey kids.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right.
The elder Gen X.
Elder Gen X.
All right.
I had somebody put me at work. They were doing a generations thing, like, because DEI is really important at my job, and so they were doing a generations thing, and like how you have to kind of know how different generations think about things, and they put me in the boomer category, and I was like, first of all, I have a question. How dare you? Second of all, how dare you? and I asked him about it. I was like, so I don't want to pick on your presentation, but why am I in the boomer category? And they're like, well, the elder Gen X folks tend to sometimes display traits of the younger Gen X, sometimes traits of the younger boomers. And I was like, the only issue I have with everything you just said is that word elder. What did you just call me? Come call me that to my face. She came over. She's like, elder Gen X. I was done with you. DEI.
I love Tim's comment.
DEI of gold.
I'm not writing that Western.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching that one with 10-foot pole.
All right. The short story I wrote was difficult enough. All right.
I'm going to hit record. I'll hit record. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm recording. Okay. I'm officially recording.
And these books are not in any specific order, kind of.
Okay. Awesome.
I mean, the last couple, as we get towards the top, the last couple are, because I'm saving them. When I was putting in order, I'm like, I'm going to save these for the end. And I'm like, then by definition, they would be your favorite ones. So this is loosely organized, not organized. All right.
Okay. Wait,
Number
hold
10.
on. What?
Mm.
Look,
Bup, bup, bup.
off camera. You can
Okay.
edit this part out. You're
You
supposed
guys
to say
follow yourselves.
you're supposed to say I'm Paul, and then I say I'm Steve, and then
Oh, all
I
right.
wave my
Yeah.
hands around okay.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
right.
All right. Whenever you're
All
ready.
right. For those of you
Okay.
just tuning in,
Still recording.
I'm Paul,
I'm Steve.
and this is Check Your Shelf live.
Live.
All right. Number 10, favorite cover is my Patrick
Ooh.
Nagel art portfolio.
How much Patrick Nagel did we have hanging on our walls when we were growing up in the 80s?
I wish I had my good camera out for this, but I have to use my laptop camera, so it's a little bit hard to see. But everybody knows Patrick Nagel. This, I will say that everything I ever learned about drawing ladies' noses, I learned from Patrick Nagel.
Wait, hang on.
And this isn't even the
I don't
best.
see a nose there.
Exactly. Bill Mesner Lobes, who's this really cool, like kind of indie artist, told me one time that the only time you ever notice a woman has a nose is when you have to draw it. But Nagel was still is a huge influence. Most of this stuff in here, I can't show the internet.
Is that Rio?
I mean, oh my God, you guys should see this. It's great. Like,
I'm gonna show it to you.
Just look at that. He was a maestro, man. He gone way too soon, but an absolute maestro. Yeah. So this is my number 10 is the it's just called Nagel. I traded a tenant that we used to have when I was a kid. She used to go to auctions and buy books, boxes of books. And she had like a crap ton of like Andre Norton paperbacks. And I'm like, I don't want this. So she gave them to me. So I took them to one of the local bookstores here in town and traded it for this. So I got the better deal. But yeah, that's number 10.
Jake from Secret Fire. Tim from Secret Fire Books said Rio. I don't know what that. Do you know what that means?
Oh, Rio. The Duran Duran album cover, Rio.
Gotcha.
That's now Nagel was a working artist. He had a lot of jobs. He worked for Playboy and stuff, and did a lot of illustrations for Playboy. But the one everybody most likely knows, and I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. If not, I'll move on. It's not like I can put it up on the camera.
While you're looking for that, Jaden, the draw. It's 11:10 a.m. Saturday morning in Adelaide.
Oh,
and
well, good morning.
And they pointed out that they are from our future. What's it like in the future, Jaden? Is it better? Is it worse?
I'm hoping it's well. I don't think it can get much worse. But
can you?
I'm really
like if you could. Obviously, you can travel into the future. If you could travel into the past, there are a few things I need to warn young Steve about. Alas, I cannot, but I would love. I would love to.
I mean, yeah, by definition, he is from our future. All right, this is the image.
He's from one of our futures.
Yeah, this is the image that Tim was talking about.
Oh, okay.
This is the Duran Duran album cover for Rio.
She comes from Rio.
By the way, is an absolute banger of an album. All right.
What else you got?
Huh? Any okay. All right. These
vampires
next two,
here.
Who is?
Vampire is clapping.
Okay. I guess we have to let him in before he can be in here.
That's right. I for one welcome our vampire overlords.
I mean, I've read I Am Legend. It's not too bad. Okay, these next two are also kind of sort of cheats, but I have to throw some comic books in this. And I'm gonna pull up this particular trade paperback, not graphic novel. but there's a reason why, and there's one cover specifically. Like this one's okay. It's the first cover for the first issue of the Eternals, which was Jack Kirby was hugely influenced by uh, the Chariots of the Gods. So he created all these really great space gods and stuff. But it's my favorite Kirby owned, completely done it himself series that he ever did. It's just bonkers and it makes no sense, but it's just phenomenal to look at. But the cover in particular that I wanted to give away, and I have these physical copies over there in that closet, but I'm not digging them out. But the cover that I really, the one that got me into this series was issue 18's cover. See if I can.
Oh, that looks
That
good.
that
That's cool.
the drama and everything on this cover yanked young 9-year-old Paul up to the spinner rack. I'd never even heard of this book, and I got it home and was just completely blown away by it. But there's a reason why Kirby's the king.
Nice.
If you've seen the movie, don't judge the comic by the movie.
Levi is here
Oh boy.
and asks and says that we need a word that includes graphic novels and trade paperbacks. Graphbacks. I think that's a different thing.
I think that's like
you
isn't
know,
that like a football position?
yeah, so it's a graph. There's graphback, quarterback, halfback, lone back. Would you? I mean, I could explain it because you explained it to me, but it would probably be better for you to explain the difference real quick for the people that didn't see that video where you explained it.
Oh,
The difference
okay. Well,
between
first of all, go watch
graphic
that
novel
video.
and trade paperback.
Yeah. Yeah, go watch because we talked about it in the when we were on Eves, and we've talked about it when Nick was on the show. But for those of you that don't know, a trade paperback is erroneously sometimes referred to as a graphic novel, but a trade paperback is basically a collection of issues of a comic series, whereas a graphic novel would be. Let's see, let me find one for you.
Like,
Nope,
for
that's trade
example,
paperback.
Watchmen is a trade paperback.
Yes,
And
Watchmen is
it
a
was
trade
named one of
paperback
the
of a
100 best
comic
novels of all time by Time Magazine. I don't know of all time, of
because
the 20th century, but
because Time Magazine doesn't want to call it a comic book.
well, yeah, you can't say one of the greatest novels of the 20th century is a comic collection of comic books, but it's the difference
Yeah,
between being a collection of previously released serial comics and something that was written intentionally to be a standalone collected novel. So,
like this. This is a really good example uh, of a graphic novel. It's Superman War of the Worlds. Came out in the early 2000s. It's a square bound one and done storyline that has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
sometimes they
That would
just have
be a
beginnings and ends with no middle. I mean, would that be
yeah.
considered a novel?
It depends on who your editor is.
Like the sound of one hand clapping.
Hmm.
All right. We have no new comments for me to cover as previously
Okay.
agreed. So, next
Well,
book
we chased them all
cover.
away. All right. This is another trade paperback. The Rocketeer.
Rocketeer. Oh, that is so
Yeah,
cool.
this is another 2000s book that came out. It has basically all of Dave Stevens, who was the creator of Rocketeer. This has like all of his stuff in one volume, and this cover, which is pretty indicative of what's in the book, is one of my favorite covers. It definitely shows you what's in store for you in this book. And if you've seen the movie, let me know because I love that movie. I think that movie was great. It just it came out at the wrong time, maybe. I don't know.
Mhm.
But I did find out interesting thing about the movie because it was a Disney movie with um because I'm so good at this.
The guy from
Jennifer
that.
Connelly and um the dude that played Tim Dalton, and I'm blanking out on who played the Rocketeer off the top of my head, but the guy that made that movie went
Tell
on to
us
make the first
down
Captain
below.
America movie. Yeah, let us know down below. But
Rocketeer's
he
top
also
tier.
made,
Great movie. Thanks, Lee
yeah,
Wang.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. But he was the director for the first Avenger movie, and it shows because they're so they have the same vibe, man. They're both great movies.
Is that like that one, like somebody in the world of tomorrow? Is that in the same ilk?
Oh, Captain Future.
Captain
Ca-
Underpants? Captain
What wasn't it? It's a
was
really
it
good movie.
Captain
Um,
Obvious in the world of tomorrow? Somebody
Captain Obvious, and we know what we're talking about.
Captain. Whatever one
Um,
of Sky Captain.
Sky Captain. Thank you.
Thank you, Levi.
Yes, yeah.
Sky
Sky
Captain of the
Captain.
world of tomorrow had the same feel, right? Like sort of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
50 modern future. What is it? My wife's an interior designer and she loves mid-century modern. And I'm like, how can it be
Uh-huh.
mid-century and modern? She's like, no, you don't understand. In the mid-century, this was considered modern. So the feel of like Rocketeer and Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow is this 1950s futuristic, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, really cool.
yeah. And there's a, I think it's still on YouTube, but there's a like a short feature with Sky Captain that the dude produced on his computer to basically use for an elevator pitch to make the movie.
Mm.
And I honestly like the short film better than the full length movie. The full length movie is great, but that short film hits every note I need.
Nice. All right, what else you got?
Okay,
What else
all
you
right.
got?
I'm gonna switch these two because I like this one better. Ta-da! Everyone has a
Dracula.
favorite Dracula. This happens to be my favorite cover for my Draculas. The artist is Barry Moser. I mean, look at this. Look how cool that is.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and
That's really cool.
as a bonus, he does the interior art. Let's see if I can find a really good one. Like look at this. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, this is I've got a couple Draculas, but this one is my favorite, and it's strictly because of this cover and the interior art. You got your blood red top to it. Although I don't know why it doesn't run all the way around, but yeah, this is my favorite. It looks pretty on the inside too. It's got little red I don't know if I can do it in right. It's got, red headers,
Mm,
and the art is just
that's cool.
amazing. Oh, look at that. Look at this bat. Like you can
Mm.
almost hear the score for the 90s Dracula when you look through this thing.
That's very cool.
But yeah, this is my favorite Dracula cover
That's pop
that I have.
that you have. Yeah, that's cool. Let's just say that's very popular with our commenters. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I
And
got this book.
of course the
I got
vampire
this.
says heck yes.
I have this book and my next one. They're part of the same series run. But when I was working at HarperCollins, basically recycling books, I liberated this one and the next one from destruction.
Nice. That's very cool. Okay, well, that was so popular with our commenters. For the rest of the video, the next 3 or 4 hours, we're just going to keep talking about that particular book. And Paul's just
I'm
going to
fine
keep
with that,
showing
man.
the cover.
I can show the cover. You got one? Keep talking. Look at it.
Love it.
Look at
Just
it.
look
It's
at it.
beautiful.
Look at it.
And I know that's not what Dracula looks like, but
How do you
I
know?
don't care.
Maybe he
Look
does.
at it.
Yeah. Just look, I don't care. Look at it. One of the things that I'm a little bit envious of the other guys that go live and the ladies that go live and the people that go live is just they know everybody's name. So I'm seeing folks comment, and I'm guessing that Simone Orange. I bet their name is Simone. I'm guessing,
or Orange.
or Orange, could be either one. I have a very close family member whose name is Simone. So I don't want to dox her, but I love that name. I love the name Simone. Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was really popular. Look at that. You got. Oh, see you, Levi. Thanks for joining us.
Peace.
Keep on rocking in the free world. 1,000 points of light in the promised land. Got a kinder, gentler machine gun ham.
Why
And
do you know the
Simone's name is
lyrics to that
Orange.
song?
I mean, Orange's name is Simone. Aren't you glad I didn't say Nina Simone? I love that. There's actually my kid goes to school with somebody whose name is Nina Simone. Her last name Simone, first name Nina. I was like, how did you get so lucky? Anyway. And Levi's always fun. Always fun. Always has great comments, as does everyone else. You're all doing great. Please, you're doing great. I want to talk to our commenters for a minute. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me,
sure.
Just a moment. You're all doing great. I know it can be a little stressful commenting live because it's live. It's live. And what you're putting out here, a lot of people can see. I just want to say you're doing great. Please keep it up. Keep doing what you do. And thank you. Okay, we're back.
On with the show. Yes, and again, don't feel bad if you didn't catch this live stream. We did this we weren't sure if we were going to pull it off tonight because it's an unusual spot for us, and so
we have
if
imposter
it was
syndrome.
Fail and we couldn't do it, it would have been like we'd have been like the booktubers that cried wolf because eventually we'd have enough announcements to be like, oh sure, you're gonna do it.
Jaden said that was an excellent movie, by the way.
Which one?
The one that Jaden was commenting on.
Which one was Jaden commenting on?
The one that
I got in a zone, man.
Which one, Jaden? Which movie? Dracula?
Probably Dracula or Rocketeer. Hopefully not Eternals. How
about Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow? It could be the Eternals. Yeah, could be. Well, we'll bring it back up when Jaden lets us know.
Okay.
Meanwhile, what else you got? I like saying that. What else you got?
What else you got? Let me make sure I get the guy's name right. Where is it? All right. That's what you call a callback. My absolute favorite book of all time, War of the Worlds. Ooh. And this is from the same company. And this is Tom Kidd, I think the artist's name is. It's I don't have the dust jacket for it anymore because I got mustard all over it. It's a long story.
Mustard! Mustard on the beat,
Look, it's got these great end papers, I think the kids call this. And it's the same. Let's see if I can find like a really good example of the interior. Look at this. Look at that.
Look at it.
Let's see if I get a good lighting on it. It's a tripod getting struck by lightning. It's beautiful. But yeah, this cover is like my favorite. I love the old from the original publication where they got the big googly eyes and kind of like the pie pan hat looking. But this, the dirtiness and the griminess of it is just chef's kiss, man. On the back, we got where they're shooting the guns that launch the tripods to Earth.
War of the Worlds. I love the book, the original.
Bill Campbell, yeah.
Rocketeer, Bill Campbell, yeah.
Yeah.
What are they talking
Billy
about?
Campbell.
Bill Campbell was the Rocketeer. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and anytime I guess you see Bill Campbell from the waist up, he's barefoot because he hates wearing shoes.
And whenever you see him from the waist down, he's not wearing a shirt because he hates
shirts.
If you see him from the neck down, he's not wearing a hat because he hates hats. I'll tell you what, though. War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
I love the book. Of course, I had seen the various movies, right?
Hmm.
and the Tom Cruise movie. When I'm flipping around on the channels, I don't know if that's not what we call it nowadays. We call it looking for something to watch on the streaming services. We used to just flip around on the channels. This is a
Yeah.
remote control, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I see War of the Worlds, I will watch a few moments of it because I love the special effects. I love I love watching when the army jeeps go over the hill and then come back on fire. There's a lot
Hmm.
about that movie that I just love the special effects, but it did not have the same look and feel of the novel, you know.
Yeah.
Uh
Well, I love any iteration on the screen of War of the Worlds. N- Not so much the Tom Cruise one. I got in a couple of issues with it, but there is parts of that movie that I just absolutely love. It's like Zack Snyder's Watchmen. There's some really cool stuff in
mm.
it, but it's not the same story, you
There
know?
was a really, really recent, I think 2005, War of the Worlds, straight to video, straight to
Mm,
streaming. And I can't remember who it was. If you guys know, comment. But it was a very, very different take on War of the Worlds. And it's really famous. I wish I could think of it. If we were recording, I'd be like, hold on, let me look this up.
I mean, you can still look it up. I'll talk while you look it
That's
up.
true. That's true. But it
Well,
actually does fit the other thing I was going to say. I was going to
mhm,
mention this movie, and I was going to say what I love about War of the Worlds is it's a good snapshot of how alien invasion science fiction works. And the
yeah.
way it works is the aliens that invade can just barely be defeated by the latest technology of the day if
Mhm,
you have uniquely human aspects, things that wouldn't be possible on any other world. So, like with War of the Worlds, they're shooting artillery at them. They're like these Napoleon, these 8-inch, I'm sorry, 8 pounders. They're shooting 8 pounders at them, right? But you go to the Tom Cruise version and they're shooting cruise missiles at them. And like the latest technology of the day can't defeat them on its own. You need something else that's uniquely human. And in this case, in War of the Worlds, it's like that we
yeah.
survived many millennia of evolving alongside animals who had diseases, and we got their diseases, but these
Mhm,
aliens haven't gotten the disease. So that's what ultimately the combination of our technology wasn't the thing. It was a combination of our technology and our survival of all these bacteria and viruses and things that ended.
yeah.
Spoiler alert. If you don't know the end, I'm really sorry. If you guys didn't know that's how that ended, I apologize. I should have said spoiler. Um, but anyway, so this modern version, which I can look up, but the modern version, uh, not very good. I have to say, not very good at all. Like it's
Mm,
really confusing and a little bit like, what are you even trying to do? But
yeah.
they still did the same thing where they're using uh, some AI, some social media, some
Mhm,
ubiquitous surveillance cameras uh, to try to fight these aliens. And that's not quite enough. You still need something that's uniquely human. So that's the point I was trying to make. That cover
mhm.
is fire, brother.
Well, before I move on though, there is about the same time that the Tom Cruise movie came out. There was a British production that's like almost 3 hours long, and it's like 4 or 5 people. The special effects are not good. They're really like you can tell how cheap they are. It's like watching Doctor Who back in the 70s and 80s, but it stays true to the story so much that uh the only thing that throws you off is when the same actor plays multiple roles. It can't wait, who's that again? But it's really good. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it. I had it on DVD, but somebody I thought was my friend stole it. So I don't have it anymore. And my other absolute favorite War of the Worlds production is the musical Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds.
Wayne's World.
Dude, no, not Wayne's
Jeff
World
Wayne's
War of the
World.
Worlds. Wayne's War of the World. Nah, man.
Jeff Wayne's War
Jeff
of the
Wayne's
World.
War of the
War of the
Worlds is
World.
fantastic. Not the one that came out like maybe 10 years ago that has like I think Liam Neeson is the narrator, but the original from the 70s is like it's perfect. All right, I'll move on
All
to
right,
another one.
and before you move on,
Mm.
War of the Worlds was released by Universal Pictures on Amazon Prime Video on July 30th, 2025. The film received negative reviews from critics who panned the cinematography, writing, Ice Cube's performance, and the
Oh,
film's
that
product
movie!
placement.
I didn't even know that was a War of the Worlds movie. I knew it was terrible.
So we are now in the past. Paul is talking about War of the Worlds as I type this. So the point is, Jaden is from our past. Hang on a second. I need to talk to Jaden from the past. Hang on just 1 second. Jaden, there are some things I need you to tell Steve. The most important one is, in 9 minutes from when you're typing this, I need you to tell him to duck. Okay, I'm back. I had to talk to Jaden in the past to tell
Okay.
past Steve to duck. All right.
Okay. All right. So now this next one, I'm moving on to paperbacks from here on out.
All right.
But this next one, when Grammaticus did his for his video, he asked for people's selections down in the comments, and he was really hung up. I got hung up on the Michael Whalen artist, who's another one of my favorite artists, and he's the guy that did like a lot of the. I think it was Daw did the Elrics that he did all the covers for, and they're great. And Michael Whalen's a great artist, he really is. But for me, it was Fuzzies and Other People by H. Beam Piper. It's this really cool. I'll see if I can get some of the glare off of it. It's got your fuzzies up on the ledge. There's fire down here, and it's a wraparound. So there's like not only is there fire creeping up on our little fellas, but there's fire down below, and they're stuck. It's a great story on an a static image. But Michael Whalen is just an amazing artist. When I was a kid, my mentor, my artist mentor, had all kinds of art books, and he would show me like all these really cool art books. And that's the first place I saw Patrick Nagel. I was like 11 or 12, and he also had a number of Michael Whalen books. And I remember seeing these images and just loving them. Just the little creatures were just so. I'm one of the few people that like Ewoks, so I'm sorry about your luck there. But so I was just smitten by these little teddy bear dudes. And one day I was at the public library and I found one of the covers on a book. So I'm like, what do you mean it's a book? Yes, fuzzies, absolutely. Fuzzies rule. So I took that thing home and much like Hitchhiker's Guide, just ate it up and then went back and got the next one and so on and so forth. But yeah, Michael Whelan's Fuzzies and Other People is is my favorite Whalen cover that I own. Again, that's one of the criterias of this.
How many is that? How many have you done?
I'm down to I have 4 left, so 6.
So I have a suggestion for
Let me
this.
speed up.
Yeah, because Jake went live, and
Hmm.
I imagine a lot of people that are watching us might want to get over to Jake's. I kind of want to too. I'm enjoying
Okay,
this, but maybe we'll do the speed round.
okay,
Hang on.
I can do a speed round.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, my next cover. It's the obligatory Frank Frazetta. It's the cover for I believe this is the first book or second book in the Prisoner of the Horned Helmet, which I really wish you could see this better. But this is the original painting that inspired the series. I don't know how much influence Frank Frazetta had on the writing of this because he was a notorious non-reader. But I read the first book, and it's it's great. It's hardcore sword and sorcery.
Nice.
Do-do-do-do-do. I don't want to forget who the artist is here. Cthulhu. It's a Cthulhu and other mythos. This
Of course.
is where is it here? I
Is
just
that
had
the
it.
elephant guy?
Yes.
Let me see.
Mike Hickman did this cover. The simple fact that this cover made me pull it off the shelf made means it worked.
Yeah. Very cool.
I always forget this guy's name because I hold names about as well as a stranger holds water.
Nice.
This is my second favorite book cover that I own. This is The Face in the Frost. It was painted by Carl Lundgren, who did a lot of psychedelic albums back in the 60s and 70s. This book is in our me, you, and Mark from Return of the Son of the Show are going to do a video about this. But I love this cover. This cover is so evocative for what goes on. It's a scary ass story.
I love ass stories in general. Scary ass stories are really good too. Just extra.
Okay. And lastly, but not leastly, the cover that got me to read this series, but it's book 23 or 22 in the SOBs by Ron Lesser. This is Kremlin Devils. This dude looked at me from the spinner rack and told me, take me home, or there's going to be business. And
not the good kind.
Yeah, not the good kind. Ron Lesser is an amazing, prolific artist. And my absolute favorite painting he did is the one he did of his wife, which I'd put it on the screen if I was editing this. But yeah, this cover had me like, hey, you have to read this. And I ate this thing up and became a rabid fan of both Ron Lesser and the SOBs. I would just buy books off the shelf. Like I bought this one J.T. Edison Western strictly because of the cover.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was a Ron Lesser cover. But there you have it. Those are my top 10.
The guy reminds me of the pilot from that movie that I like. Dag nabbit.
To be more specific.
Yeah, that movie about World War III. Red Dawn. He reminds me of the pilot from Red Dawn.
Oh,
that
yeah.
That hate's gonna eat you up inside, kid. Keeps me warm at night. All right. That was great, dude. Nice job. Nice job on the speed round, too.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Is it the duck?
Yeah. For some reason, Jaden told me to duck. I don't know. What the heck? There's a hole in the wall behind me.
Maybe
I had not ducked when I did. Oh, man.
You sure he didn't mean die like a duck?
If it can walk like a duck and quack like a duck, we could kill it like a duck. I tell you what, that was great, man. All of those were great.
Thanks.
I just want to tell everybody, jump over to @PulpMortem because he's live right now. And if you could do us a favor and just tell him what's it called? The gauntlet has been thrown. Like no live is going to be worth even doing if it is not as good as the one that Check Your Shelf just finished. If everybody copies and pastes that comment into the live comments, he will love it. I guarantee he'll love it. But yeah, head on over to Pulp Mortem and we'll see you over there. Meanwhile,
this was a lot of fun.
It was a ton of fun.
I'm impressed we had this many people for something we just pulled up out of nowhere.
Yeah, thank you. Next time we'll warn you guys. We'll put up notices. Now that we know how to do it, now that we know it's easy, it's not hard, which is another way of saying it's easy. I could ramble for the next 15 minutes, but I probably shouldn't. But thank you all for joining us.
I want to go watch Jake's live stream.
Yeah,
so let's
appreciate the comments and stuff. Now we can start drinking. Meanwhile,
I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And this is Check Your Shelf's very first live. Sorry.
I thought you were supposed to say next time you're looking for something to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next time you're looking for a live stream,
Check Yourself live. Which camera am I looking at?
Awesome.
See you guys.
Peace.